What is going on, guys? Carlos here from Live Gaming Paradise. We are back again with another episode of the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, and this time we're going to go and do the Lost Woods. We've done this previously in Breath of the Wild. If you've played Breath of the Wild, you know that the Lost Woods is full of fog and it's very difficult to get inside of it. And initially, in Breath of the Wild, we've done the Lost Woods on a surface. This time it's going to be slightly different. We cannot do it on a surface. I've tried every single entrance to the Lost Woods and to the Korok Forest, but I can't find a way of getting in because the fog will just take over and you won't be able to get in. Right, so first thing you're going to need to do is mark a pin there. You saw the location that I was on the map. I'm like by the entrance of the Lost Woods, so it should be easy to find. Now we're going to go here, go back. We're not going towards the Lost Woods, we're going back. And there's like a corruption here. It's the Mishi Chasm, Mishi something chasm, Mishi Woods Chasm. So we need to jump into here. We have to go all the way down, but not too deep. Just make sure that you stop when you see some light, because if you go too deep, then it gets too hot and you just die. I don't think you'll have enough clothing to protect you against the heat, but you can go deeper. To help you out before you land, just shoot a couple of bright bloom seeds attached to an arrow all the way down. It doesn't really matter where you shoot it to. You just have to shoot it all the way down, and then you'll see that you get to an area where you can see the ground, and that's where you want to be. You don't want to go into the corruption to the left. You want to go to the Minchi Groove, which is here, forest depths. Now, as you can see, you can't see absolutely anything. You just, if you had old maps and you've done this in Breath of the Wild and you have the game installed, you'll be able to see locations that you previously had. But let's ignore that. Just pretend that we haven't got any locations. But you see the dot on the map, the pin that we put while we were in the surface. That pin is where you need to aim to, because that's the center of the Korok Forest. So we put that pin in for that specific reason. So you need to make sure that you put that pin before you jump into the chasm, because or else you won't be able to find it. Now we're gonna take our arrows out as well a couple of times. There's some poles along the way. There's a few more things in here because you're in the depths. All of these materials are new. I haven't seen some of the plants in here, flowers. It's pretty cool. But what we're going to do is we're going to take the bright bloom out, attach it to an arrow, and then just keep on shooting forward, like to try to light the way, because it's really, really dark in here and very, very hard to see where you're going. So just keep on doing that. When it starts getting dark, just take out a bright bloom seed, attach it to an arrow, and just shoot towards, towards the front. Like you can see the path now. It's difficult to explain because there's no map and you're just going blind, but you need to follow this path in here. So you saw that tree over there, and there's a few more of these things in here. This is a fairy, deep firefly. Oh, sorry, it's a firefly, deep firefly. I thought it was a fairy. I thought I read it wrong initially. So when you get to this area here, just shoot another arrow forward, so you can see where you're going, because there's going to be an area in here that you're going to go left and pick up a balloon. Yeah, there you go. This area here, when you see this area, you want to go to the left and pick up this crate. There's like a crate and there's some rockets, and it's really handy because you can go on the ground and carry on, or you can get the rockets, get altitude, and then glide over the majority of the way, which is probably advisable, because there are baddies in here as well, and there are enemies in here, and you really want to avoid them. But yeah, there's a basket here, as you can see, and there's a couple of rockets on the top there, and we just need to grab those rockets, attach it to the side of the... I was looking around to see if there was anything else that I could use, but I think these ones are probably the best ones. If you want, you can attach some fans as well and stop the rockets halfway, and then you'll be able to get the altitude and the fans that will pull you towards the pin, that purple pin that we've got there. But I found that this way, I've done this a couple of times, found that this way is probably the best way to do it. So just jump inside, activate the rockets, and you get really, really high. And as you get high, you can see the whole forest now, but it's very dark in certain areas. So if you want to stop and shoot, you want to go towards, you see that light on the top of the screen, top right of the screen? You want to go in that direction. But as you can see down here, this is all trees, but you can't see anything. So another bright bloom seed will light the way once again. We're on top of the trees now. You can avoid all this corruption because, as you can see, there's quite a lot of corruption below. And if you don't get that basket and the rockets, you don't get enough altitude. So you're going to have to go around. There is a way around it, but it's going to take a lot longer. So just keep on going this way towards the lights that you see right at the top of the screen. Shooting some bright blooms as well as you go to light up the way. There's going to be some baddies coming up here. You can just ignore them. You don't have to fight them. Just ignore them. Keep on going up, so you won't take any damage, and you won't detract you from your mission. And then you keep on going up. If you step on the corruption, try to get out of it as quickly as possible, because it is really amazing just how your hearts will get damaged. They get cracked, and you won't be able to repair them without leaving this area. Depends on how long you stay in the corruption, but there are some parts in here that you have no choice. You just have to go and do it, and get in order to get to the other side. But keep on going up this path in here. There's going to be some baddies coming from behind you. I just walked into the corruption, jumped into the gaps. As you can see, one of my hearts is cracked now. If you take too much damage from the gloom, your number of hearts will get reduced, and you won't be able to repair them. I mean, when you get out, you'll be able to. They will get repaired, but not while you're in the same vicinity. Right, so when you get to this structure here, this is where we need to go. We're going to go here on top of this sand, and then we're going to use our ascent power and go to the Korok Forest. That is really it. That's the way that you go to the Korok Forest now. It is really really amazing how they done this, and it took me a while to work this out. It's ridiculous. But I was jumping into holes and fighting dragons, and I fought Ganon in the Korok Forest. It is really, really tough. And those hands, those gloom hands, oh wow, they are just so deadly. But I guess this is it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you did like this video, or if this video helped you, please give us a like, consider subscribing so I can continue releasing more content like this. I'll be back again with some more Tears of the Kingdom very, very soon. So thanks again for watching. See you in the next one. Goodbye.